The restoration and customization of classic cars is a time-honored tradition for collectors. It's not unlike what jersey heads will go through to customize their jerseys of choice to the players that they grew up watching. This is something that MightyFan has yet to delve upon. However, for jersey heads that do so, they find the customization of jerseys just as satisfying as the customization of a classic automobile.
Yeah, I mean, the custom game is crazy. I mean, it's just insane stuff that I see people post on the groups. Um, the stuff that they, the blank jerseys that they'll have sent into, like a Cosby's or an EPS or a, big time jerseys. It's really a venture that I haven't really gotten into, and maybe that's a good thing because, it's enough what I do with the non-custom, stuff. I mean, as far as buying blanks and taking them over, um, in some ways it might be a little less, a little more inexpensive, I should say, um, than getting a finished jersey. Sometimes, and sometimes not. But in sometimes it just shows the creativity of the person too, because they'll get a jersey done up, maybe something that they remembered from their youth, like a player, or if it was just something that the team wore, like an anniversary patch or some sort of patch on there, and they'll have it put on the jersey. Uh, or it's just something that they just want to have done. And I mean, so many of these guys on our groups, I know like Eric does a lot of them. Uh, Seth Houston Sterling gets a lot of them done. A bunch of these guys, and I always see them, and like you see the pictures, like the finished product, and it's like, ooh. It's always so tempting for me to want to go and just try to find a bunch of blanks and send them off to these places and get done in the different players that, or a jersey with a special patch or something. But I just haven't really gotten into that venture as of yet. I don't know if I ever will. Maybe I shouldn't, because I might get myself into even more trouble with it. Because I mean, people who have done that have always said you don't you know something along the lines of once you do it, you're hooked. I mean, I know what it is to be hooked with the collecting. It's just insane. But then you have people. I know M Diddy Mac Wilson. He was getting jerseys done up, and I know Big Baby does his own jerseys. And I gotta tell you, that just takes the appreciation of the jersey to another level. Because when you're having these jerseys done yourself, or in Big Baby's case, I mean, he's doing that whole thing himself. He's getting the jersey of a particular player, stripping the jersey, and doing his own craftsmanship with it. And I think that's awesome. I mean, honestly, you know, um, it's a real skill and a real talent that he has for it. I mean, he's even doing heat press stuff. And I mean, you do not know, Big Baby, how much I'm drooling looking at that heat press stuff. And it's just, I mean, to me, it looks great. It looks like it was, it looks like something you can just find in a store and want to purchase, or in some cases it looks like it came right from the player, right off the, George Gervin or, whatever. I mean, that Michael Jordan he did with the number 12 was just, insane. And of course, that microwave, Vinny Microwave Johnson he did up the Bad Boys days. I mean, but the thing is about it, the thing that I like about it, the way he does it, is it's his own creativity. These are jerseys you're not gonna find anywhere else, for the most part. Or even if you did, it would still be his own creative spin to it. And I think that that's part of the reason that makes this such a great community, because everyone kind of does their own thing. Um, whether you got Big Baby doing his own jerseys, you got Mac when he was big into getting these jerseys done up, and all of that kind of went with it. He kind of did his own thing, uh, and opened it up for other people too. You have, of course, all the other Jersey heads out there, the people who post the videos on YouTube or just post stuff to the groups on Facebook or whatever have you. I mean, everyone has their own kind of uniqueness, if I may say it that way, to this game. We all have collections, no matter what size of the collection is, but there's not two collections that are exactly the same. And I think that's something that you'll find in any form of collecting, whether people collect comic books or whether people collect, sports cards or paraphernalia, cars. I mean, what have you, whatever, you want to, insert here. You will, you might have people collecting all sorts of, the same thing, but not two collections are exactly the same. And that's the way it is with the jersey collecting too, because we all have our own little, it's like I said before, it's like what each of us go after might not be the same as everyone else, but it's just something that means something to us. And you might see in my collection jerseys that other people have too, but then I have some things that other people probably won't even think of looking for, just because it's something that means something to me. That's the uniqueness to it. That's when we bring our own creativity to it. And of course, you got, like I said, Big Baby making his own jerseys, which I'm really hoping someday he opens it. He said he might open it up to the rest of, believe me, Bobby Jones and Doug Collins. That's all I'm going to say. But I do think it's great. I think it shows a tremendous amount of creativity. And the thing I love about this community, this collecting community, it's like any other community of people who have the same interest, who share an interest. It's just a bunch of really good people. And a lot of times we kind of look out for one another. And a lot of times, it is like a family. I mean, it's like, they say in the Fast and Furious movies, right? It's about family. So it is like a family. I mean, it's a great group of guys. I've met a few of them. I know a few of them. Gotten to know some people over the years. And like I said, it's that creativity that I think we all kind of bring our own little flair to. And I think that's awesome. But yeah, the custom game, I don't know if I'm quite ready to delve into that, but it's another form of creativity. And it's something that makes this such a great community. And one of the things of collecting that's, a very cool thing out there. Yeah, I mean, I did hear that. I did hear that the jerseys are becoming trendy again in the world of fashion. I think some of the, like it was back in the, what was it, the early to mid 2000s. You got people in the entertainment world starting to wear them and find an appreciation and a love for them. I mean, obviously, it's not something that we ever lost a love for. I don't know. Maybe they saw some of our videos and said, look at those guys in those jerseys and matching hats. Those, I remember that. Let's get back into it. It looks good. Yeah, I really doubt anyone's ever going to accuse me of any kind of trend setting in fashion. Usually when I'm around the house, I'm just wearing a pair of sweatpants and comfortable shirt. You can go out and, that's when I wear the jersey with, of course, the matching hat. And, I'm not setting any trends, believe me, anytime soon for fashion. But, I do think it's interesting. But I don't think it's just, because people in the entertainment world are wearing them and kind of, refinding, jerseys or whatnot. I mean, I also see the kind of the younger generation, and they're really getting into the vintage game. They're getting into like the old champion and starter jerseys, and I'm on a group in Facebook, and most of it is people just on there, a lot of younger people, with the champion replica jerseys and the starters and the stuff that I grew up with. The stuff that when I was around, I know I sound like an old person now, but when I was their age, that's what I was wearing. That's what I was wearing in middle school and high school and whatnot. And now you have like this big like revitalization of these jerseys, and you got these the younger generation, they're going crazy for them. Probably should try to sell some of my the ones that don't fit me anymore. Strike while the iron's hot, make some money, right? But no, they're all about that, and they have a real love for it and a real passion for it. It's like us collecting, whether it's game worns or vintage, or Mitchell and Ness, of course, and what have you, authentics. These guys, I mean, they're just gobbling up these, champion replicas and starters and, Reebok. I mean, whatever, what have you, just replica stuff from back in the day, and they're like, going pretty crazy for them. So, yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things that, they're obviously no one can control when a trend is going to pop up and can be big. It's like it was back in those, the early mid 2000s when the jersey game was at its peak, and Mitchell and Ness was, couldn't keep them on the shelves. It's like all it takes is a little flame to start that fire, and that's what it was back in the day, and maybe something along those lines kind of pop up again now. With the jersey wearing craze. But like I said, for us Jersey heads, it's never been a craze. It's never about a craze or a fad. For us, it's a love, it's a passion, and we wear them all. That we never stopped wearing them. People started wearing whatever is the fashion thing to wear. We're still just wearing what we love to wear, and so it's never went away for us. And I do think it's kind of cool. I think it's kind of cool to see. Become kind of trendy again, if you will, and you got the younger generations going after them, and it does it's a cool thing. I mean, it's nice that other people start to share our passion. I mean, the more the merrier. I mean, it could get interesting on eBay though if if it keeps going. It might take some stuff away from us. So I don't know. Be careful what you wish for, right? But no, I do think I think it's a great thing, to be honest. I mean, I have a love of them. Like I said, it's like collecting trading cards. Only trading cards that you can wear. It's just something that I've loved for many years, and it's cool to see other people, who might be getting into it now, might be just jumping onto it. But I think it's cool. I mean, like I said, I mean, hey. People that share the passion that I have, I think it's a wonderful thing, and I welcome other people aboard. So, just don't take too many things away from me on eBay and such. But yeah, I did hear that. I think I saw it on TV or maybe it was an article somewhere, and it's like the jerseys are making a comeback or something like that, and never went away for us. Like I said, maybe we're to thank for that. Maybe some of those people in the entertainment industry saw our videos or something like that, or saw something with us with wearing all of our. Say, oh, those guys look good now. I'm gonna do that too. Yeah, that probably isn't how it worked, but We'll take credit, whatever, right? Right, fellow Jersey heads, we'll take credit for it. They should put us in their videos.